bonjour, ciao, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tolu and I am a second/third year medical student at the University of Oxford. And the reason being is because I finished my second year exams and I've technically started third year content, so I'm kind of in this intermediate phase. I don't really know what to call myself. But this video, I don't really know, okay. Basically, it's results day today. We haven't received results yet, but I thought I would quickly film a bit of an introduction to this video before we do, because I know I won't be able to explain things properly when I'm notified that the results are out. I don't know how I'm able to do this right now because I'm very nervous, but I felt like it'd be better for me to explain it now before I see results, like way before I even know they're going to be released, and then open them when we're notified that they're out. But essentially, in terms of the second year content, we have 3 topics that we go over: the nervous system, applied physiology and pharmacology, and principles of pathology, and another subject called psychology of medicine, which is a bit shorter, but we also do learn it at the same time. I had to sit 7 exams over a week. Yes, 7 exams over a week, starting on a Friday and finishing the next Saturday. It was a very, very intense week. I'm glad it's all over and done with because it was really, really draining. But that was as expected because the content that we had to cover this year was a lot. We ended up doing essentially a year's worth of work in 2 terms when usually our terms are 3 terms long. So a lot of it was quite intense. I remember in our last term of second year content, we went over 104 lectures and practicals in the space of 8 weeks, which is very intense. But that's essentially what the Oxford style is like. I managed to get through it. It was hard at times, but I managed to get through it with the support of my tutors and my friends, which was really great. But now the results are coming out today, and I thought I would film a reaction video because I did it last year. I keep looking at my phone, seeing if an email notification will come up, and I just don't want it to come up because I don't want to look at it yet. But yeah, I'm gonna see what else I can quickly explain before they do come out. I don't even know when they're coming out. We've not been given any time that they'd be released. They just said we'd be notified when they're released, so it could be now at 9, or it could be in the evening. Who knows? I don't. So that'll be very, very interesting to go through. But yeah, this year has been such a really weird one, a really, really interesting one, considering that we had to do a lot of our content remotely because corona. So Michaelmas, which is our first term, we still had a bit of in-person teaching with our tutors, but our lectures and our practicals were all done remotely on our computers, which is kind of interesting because you'd expect to do practicals in person, but no, we had to do all of them online. So demonstrators would film themselves doing their experiment and then giving us data to try and do calculations from, which I guess is okay because we still at least covered content, but it's just not the same. You can't replicate an actual practical online, and there are so many things we missed out on. So for example, with the nervous system, that topic, a lot of it focuses on neuroanatomy. So ideally, to go over neuroanatomy, you'd want a brain or some samples to sort of check different parts of the brain. So where the frontal lobe is, where the central gyrus is, just knowing all these landmark features would be ideal if we had a specimen or a sample to sort of practice with, and we didn't. So again, that depended a lot on remote learning. It was very tricky because I don't have a 3D orientation of a brain or 3D orientation of different structures, so it was really, really tricky at times. But I just had to sort of compensate for that through loads of videos, loads of textbooks. It wasn't the same, but it got me to a stage where I could at least sort of understand what was going on, I guess, to an extent. I'm not really sure how to explain that properly. But yeah, it's been really, really weird doing things remotely. And even the last time we had in Hillary, which is the second term of the year, again, a lot of the tutorials ended up being online. So a lot of the time I spent in the libraries or in my bedroom because we didn't really need to go anywhere in person, really. But I guess it had to be done. It had to be done, so I don't really have any complaints about that. But it's been a really weird year having to learn how to produce possible content considering the restrictions that we had. But I'm just fingers crossed things have paid off. I don't know, I really don't know. because I remember just preparing for these exams, I didn't see like my household very often because I kind of cooped myself up in the library, was working like from day to night because I just had so much content I needed to cover, and I just felt like I didn't have the time. So I ended up just doing a lot of like not socially silent, like what's the word I'm looking for, solo studies. But luckily some of the other medics, because they also were kind of not wanting to do like pub trips or drinking or like parties with their corridors, we would like join up and go to study spaces and revise together, which was really nice. So it was really nice to have that sort of support available and accessible, because otherwise it would have been really a lot more stressful than it was. But yeah, really good that I managed to find study buddies to do stuff with, practicing for the different styles of questions, because we had 7 like I said before. But let me quickly break down the structure of those exams. I'm just really waffling because I don't know how I feel. But essentially with the second year exams, based off of the 3 topics, we've got 2 sets of exams for each. We've got a part A exam, which constitutes multiple choice questions, and that's like a minimum general requirement for you to sort of know content and pass it at like a high enough level to prove that you actually know what you've covered this term. So multiple choice questions, just like based off of like a picture or a topic, I don't know, just multiple choice questions, nothing really more to it. But they're quite difficult sometimes, and they're phrased in certain ways, so you just have to practice as much as you can do, because they can throw you if you aren't familiar with like stylings, like the phrasings of certain things. But yeah, multiple choice questions, that's through the papers. And then we had essay based questions, so we had to write 3 essays per topic, based off of, again, content in our syllabus. And because our exams this year were open book, I prepared a lot of essay plans, so many essay plans, which I'm really grateful for, because a lot of the content that I did prepare for came up in the exam, so I felt a little bit more comforted. So hopefully that in itself helps. And then the last exam was for the psychology paper. So again, multiple choice questions and only 1 essay this time. And again, wrote some essay plans for that. I prepared 3 essay plans on language, lesions to the brain, and eating disorders. So I was hoping that at least one of the 3 would come up. And I remember vividly in the exam, we get given like 5 options to choose from. You have to pick out one of them. I remember looking at question 1, couldn't answer it. Question 2, couldn't answer it. Question 3, couldn't answer it. 4, couldn't answer it. And I was panicking because I was like, I don't know how to answer these questions. And luckily question 5 was on one of the plans I previously prepared, so I just remembered it, so I just ended up having to regurgitate it out, which was good. But yeah, I don't think I've ever typed so quickly for anything in my life. I remember like after the exams, my hands being so strained, because it being open book and online, we just had to type on our laptops for the papers, except for psych, because psychology was in person. But typing away, like that was a lot. But I'm glad it's done now. I'm not really sure what else I really want to add to like this, because I know I've been chatting for a little bit about random things, but I guess I'm gonna pause it here and wait for the actual results to come out. So I guess I'm gonna cut to me opening my results. Wish me luck, because I need it.
Okay, hi, this is Editing Tolu here. I don't know what possessed me to think it was a good idea to open up my results video while sat on a bouncy castle, which you'll see in the next scene. I think my friend wanted to try and cheer me up, because he saw how stressed I was waiting for the results, so he thought I should, you know, release some energy by jumping on a bouncy castle. And when I was on the bouncy castle, my results got released. So there's going to be a lot of whirring and fanning in the background, and that's just like the motors trying to keep the bouncy castle like inflated. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me still speak though. Really sorry, didn't really think about that in retrospect, but enjoy. Okay, hi, I'm not in my room anymore. I'm on a bouncy castle, which was arranged by the lovely barber officers in my college. Woo! One of them, hand around to you, Theo. And my results have just come out, so I'm going to open them. Don't really want to. Oh
You gonna do it?
I'm opening it now. I don't really want to do it.
Tolly, we might have to pause this. I have people.
I passed!
Yay! Yay! Well done!
Yay! I mean, we don't have like actual final results, but I passed!
Yay!
Result! Now I can stop being anxious all day!
Congratulations!
Oh my god, yay! Apparently I've got a merit for one of my essays, but we're gonna get like proper essay mark results later in the day and I'll like update you then, but all I know is that I've passed and that's what matters most. My voice is very shaky still. I've rang my mum, she's happy, I'm happy.
It's raining, I'm not happy.
Theo's not happy because it's raining, but
I'm worried about bouncy fun time. Bouncy fun time!
So we're gonna do some bouncing later to celebrate. Yay! Okay, so just thought I'd quickly round off the video by talking about my feelings. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I passed. This year was intense. And I managed to get a merit in the topic that I thought I'd give worst in, which is really interesting. But I'm really happy, really pleased. So gonna continue looking forward to what third year brings. Because I can actually just forget about second year now. It's done, it's in the past. Focus on third year. So I'm really happy. So yeah, I guess thank you for watching this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye!